This is Weapon Gojira X returning in 2017 to bring you another episode of More Than Meets the Name. The first trophy I'll be discussing is Hurt Locker. You get this by killing or knocking out a guard and placing their body in the locker. The earliest this trophy can be unlocked is with Snake during the tanker mission in the area Deck A Cruise Quarters. Hurt Locker is American military slang for being someplace you don't want to be. It's also old military slang for someone, probably a soldier, who is really messed up. These meanings fit well into Metal Gear Solid, with Solid Snake putting an enemy guard's body in a locker. This isn't someplace an enemy guard wants to end up, as it indicates a failure at preventing Snake from making it through the area they were tasked with guarding. The next trophy that I'll be talking about is Johnny on the Spot. This trophy is unlocked by hearing Johnny's bowel noises in two locations. The first one is in the Core 1 structure on the B1 floor after finding a character named Ames and being told by him to listen to a conversation between Ocelot, Olga, and Solidus. Instead, point the directional microphone at a flagpole near a podium to the left. The second location is at the oil fence when you're covering Emma walking across this narrow walkway. This time, point the directional microphone at the second platform once Emma reaches this structure, and she'll bump into Johnny and they'll have a conversation. This is a good name for this trophy because Johnny on the Spot is another phrase used for a porta potty. It also describes a person who is on hand and ready to perform a service or respond to an emergency. These work well for a trophy with this name, considering the character Johnny has been in a majority of the Metal Gear Solid games. There has always been a Johnny ready to work as a soldier in Metal Gear Solid and its sequels, Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and 4. Unfortunately, it's been mostly on the side of the enemy Snake is trying to stop, and Johnny has some sort of battle issues going on as well. Johnny's first appearance chronologically in the MGS timeline is in Metal Gear Solid 3. This is actually Johnny's father, also named Johnny, who is guarding Snake. Johnny becomes friendly with Snake and tells him about being separated from his wife and son, who's named Johnny, and his family has a tradition of naming all the firstborn sons Johnny. Snake can even share some of his food with Johnny by throwing it through a slot in his cell. You're able to induce bowel problems for Johnny by giving him food that's gone bad, and this creates an opportunity for Snake to escape after Johnny has run off to the bathroom. Johnny next appears in the first Metal Gear Solid game as one of the genome soldiers who gets knocked out and his uniform taken by Meryl Silverberg. After this, Johnny appears again on the Big Shell as one of the soldiers working for Olga Galukovich, and as shown in this trophy, he's got some bowel problems going on at the most inconvenient times. Lastly, Johnny appears in Metal Gear Solid 4 as part of the Rat Patrol team led by Meryl Silverberg. Johnny again experiences bowel issues, but I believe this is due to not using nanomachines to control anxiety and stress that would help his body be better suited for being on the battlefield. So yeah, Johnny has gone around and has always been on hand to play a part in the world of Metal Gear Solid, even though it hasn't always worked out well for him. Either he's being beaten up / knocked out, or having to run to the bathroom frequently due to something he's eaten. At least at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, he's finally able to admit his feelings for Meryl, which he also has for Johnny, and they get married. The last trophy I'll be speaking about is Kissing Booth, which is unlocked by going inside of a locker with a pinup of a girl and then zooming in on the poster to hear a kissing noise. This trophy can be unlocked with Snake during the tanker mission in the area Deck A Cruise Quarters. This trophy is a bit funny because it's the last thing you'd expect Snake to do on a mission. Maybe he likes the Kissing Booth carnival attraction, and while on a mission this is the next best thing. Snake should be careful though. He has no idea how many people might have kissed those pinup girl posters before him, and he can't afford to get sick from their germs. It could compromise his ability to be stealthy and the entire mission. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and leave some feedback in the comments below. I'll be back with more trophies that could be deemed as more than meets the name.